Jane was the only person who knew Harry. She knew his likes, knew when he was sad but holding it in, and also knew when he was in love. Harry and Jane were childhood friends. They were neighbors. The bond between Harry and Jane was as thick as the childhood memories they shared. Their connection went beyond friendship. It was a unique blend of caring and understanding that only deepened with time. Growing up as neighbors, they navigated the maze of life side by side, facing its twists and turns together. Jane's tomboyish appearance never bothered Harry. In fact, it made their friendship even more special. She was the one person who knew him inside out, the one he could confide in without hesitation. They laughed together, played together, and stood by each other through thick and thin. Harry taught Jane how to play football and basketball. He also taught her how to fight. Their shared passion for basketball made the game become a ritual, a daily escape from the complexities of life. As they dribbled and shot hoops, they also shared their dreams, fears, and secrets. But life has a way of surprising even the closest of friends. At the age of 29, Harry got engaged. He was going to marry his long-term girlfriend, Clarissa. The announcement of their engagement cast a spotlight on their little world. Harry's mom, eager to celebrate this joyous occasion, threw an engagement party inviting family and friends. At the party, Harry was introducing Clarissa to people. However, it seemed every relative was curious to see how Jane, Harry's childhood friend, had matured since they last saw her when she was young. Clarissa did not like the fact that everyone was not interested in her and was looking for the plain girl who looked like a tomboy. Jane was late for the party because for the first time in her life she went to the beauty parlor to get her hair done. Her hair was done up nicely and had a makeover as well. She had beautiful jet brown long hair. She wore a pretty body-hugging red dress and heels. When she entered the house, even Harry's jaw dropped in shock. Jane was looking very beautiful. Harry had never seen Jane look so classy and pretty. Harry thought he knew Jane like the back of his hand, but was left speechless. Jane had shed the tomboy image and emerged as a captivating beauty. When Jane was introduced to the people at the party, they all flocked to her, hugging and kissing her. Some people even thought Jane was the bride-to-be, due to the attention she was getting. Clarissa, who had hoped to be the star of the evening, felt overshadowed by the curiosity surrounding Jane's transformation. The relatives, eager to catch a glimpse of the childhood tomboy, were astonished by the stunning woman Jane had become, wearing a radiant red dress and heels. Even though Harry continued to entertain his guests, he could not help glancing at Jane, who was laughing heartily with some relatives she had not seen in a long time. What made Harry more unsettled was that 3 of his friends were putting pressure on him to introduce them to Jane so that they could possibly date her. His friends were really cool guys with good jobs and good personalities. Why am I feeling jealousy? I have to introduce Jane, Harry said to himself. After so much pressure, Harry introduced Jane to his friends, and to his surprise, Jane was excited and was having good conversations with Harry's friends. After the party, when Harry got into bed, he kept thinking about how Jane looked tonight, how she stimulated some feelings that he thought he never had for Jane. Am I making the right decision by marrying Clarissa? Harry asked himself. He knew for sure he could spend days without speaking to Clarissa, but could never spend a day without speaking to Jane. Is this love that I am feeling? Harry asked himself. Now Harry couldn't tell whether what he was feeling for Jane was love or a strong friendship bond. Have you ever been in that situation where you are confused about who to marry? Find out what choice Harry made in the next chapter of It's a Thin Line Between Friendship and Love, Part 2.